Is it time for us to start talking again? I mean, this is what's bad. So because of our radio background, we're always like, okay, you ready? Here we go. And then when we start this podcast, every time I'm looking at you like, are we going?
We just sit there and look at each other.
Right.
Yeah, we're rolling. All right.
Okay.
Because I'm never sure what's going to happen. So I usually start a little early. But this time it's just us staring at each other. That's fun.
Yeah. So welcome to the podcast today. I got some things I wanted to kind of talk about.
Okay.
The first thing I wanted to talk about, because we talked about this on the morning show, stupid TikTok trends. Can we talk about this? The latest one that you talked about was dropping things on your foot.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Why?
A society that desperate for views and likes and comments. I think that's why, Jeff. I don't
understand that thinking, because you're doing things that just aren't smart. You're dropping hammers on your feet. You're trying to eat a spoonful of cinnamon, which could kill you. I mean, just start going down the list of these freaking TikTok trends, and they're not good.
No, but we're talking about them right now, aren't we?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It works. It's effective. That's
Okay,
why
but
people do it.
You know what? You brought up a good thing. You said we're talking about it, but I'm hoping that maybe somebody listening to this podcast will realize I don't have to do that for clicks and likes and all that bull crap.
No, I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can get views, and you don't have to drop a monitor on your foot.
I do. Every time I see these, I'm like, why would you do this?
My question, why are you sitting around like, you know what would probably get us a lot of views?
Right.
What if I drop this on my foot? It really hurt. Check out this bowling ball. Everybody would love to see me drop this bowling ball on my
and then you
foot.
said they're supposed
What?
to rate the pain level.
Yeah.
You're going to break your foot. You're going to cause damage to your body.
But think of the likes, Jeff.
Oh
the likes.
No,
and you know how good that TikToker insurance is, I'm sure.
Right? Yeah, it'll pay for everything. By God, that's for sure. All right, that's enough about that. I just had to go off on a little tangent.
Okay.
I had a question I thought was really interesting I wanted to share. So if you had to be stranded on an island, okay?
Okay.
Meaning that there's no way you're going to get anybody to come help you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll say there's enough food and everything, so you're not going to like die, okay? You're just going to be stranded.
Okay.
With a celebrity, which one are you going to be stranded on that island with?
Paul Rudd, obviously. Why would you pick anybody but Paul Rudd?
OMG, I'm loving this. You got to explain more. Why?
Okay, first of all, who doesn't love Paul Rudd?
There's that, yes.
I think he's cute. I think he's funny. I just feel like we'd have a good time, even in a not so great situation. He just feels like down to earth, funny guy, laid back, cute. Ant-Man.
I was going to say, have we mentioned cute? You've thrown that out at least a couple of times.
I mean, he's like is there a boy next door? Is that a thing? Because he's the equivalent of a girl next door kind of cuteness.
You know?
Like he seems really approachable, but he's an attractive man. But
I would give you that.
He's not, he's not a Jason Momoa or something like that. He's a different type of attractive.
True.
So,
why do we keep going back to cute and attractive? I mean, don't you want somebody who's going to be like a good partner, a good cook?
I think he'd be that too. I don't know about his cooking skills. He'd keep me laughing is a big reason.
Well, it is a good thing for that because, my wife tells me all the time it's a good thing that I'm funny because if you don't sexy, then you need to be funny. Something like that. I can't remember.
I think that's how it translates in your head.
I think it says marry a man that makes you laugh every day because sexiness fades. Something like that.
Okay. What I think she probably said was, it's a good thing you're funny. And what I think you heard was the tacked on.
I'm not sexy.
You're not sexy.
There, we got there. All right, we had to drive to Dallas and back to tell the joke, but by God, we got there. I don't know.
I was going to say, who is yours?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't know after hearing all that. I've always said Dolly Parton is somebody I really thought would be fun to get a beer with.
Oh, Dolly'd be great.
And so I kind of think kind of what you're saying. Not only is she funny, she's entertaining.
Yes.
I guarantee you with her backwoods life, she could cook. Like, I guarantee you she could cook a possum or a raccoon or something that's on that island, a rat. And so I think she checks all the boxes.
You're not wrong. I wouldn't mind being stranded with Dolly either, honestly.
And best of all, did I say we're stranded on an island? She can sing Islands in the Stream to me. I could do it with Dolly Parton.
It was right there. I don't know how I missed Islands in the Stream. That's a giveaway. Yeah. I don't, Paul Rudd, not known for his singing.
No. No, but he could entertain you. I kind of, after you started listing off why you were going with Paul Rudd, is kind of why, because my original thought would have probably been somebody like, I don't know, Angelina Jolie, Kate Beckinsale, somebody like that. But when you get down to what
I'm spending every day with this
right,
person.
you need somebody who's going to be there through the thick and thin.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. I need somebody that can make me laugh. So yeah, that was the first reason. I know I mentioned cute, but the main reason is I just think he always seems so funny.
Yeah, he does. Well, and I will say, like you said, down to earth. I do think he has that serious side too, that, you would have those times where you could you talk.
Well,
you don't want to be laughing the whole time.
It's true. And you feel like some celebrity, well, it's probably a fact. Some of them have never been in a Walmart.
Yeah.
I feel like Paul Rudd knows how to be a normal.
See, there's another mark for me for
human.
Dolly Parton. Yes.
That's true. And she's got, can she bring all those books? She got that book club.
Oh, yeah.
Got plenty to read.
Oh, come
They'll
on,
send them
Dolly.
to the island once a month for you, Jeff. That's how it works.
She'll come again.
This is the second time this morning you've sang, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's move
It's becoming
on.
a thing.
All right, I've asked the first two and got us kind of going. What do you got?
Okay, remember, we said we were going to follow up on this because I did mention that I found out through a physical therapist that I am sitting,
Oh my gosh,
standing,
yes.
walking, running, laying down wrong.
Wrong. Every bit of it.
It's causing a lot of my ongoing chronic back pain, my inability to do these things right, which everybody's question now is, well, what are you doing wrong?
Well, and you showed me this morning.
It's a little difficult to explain in audio.
Well, but I'll do my best here because if you imagine probably 99% of us standing, okay? We're standing.
99%.
All right, maybe it's not that high. Standing straight, okay? Like a 2x4, okay? Rachel is that 2x4 that's been warped and it leans forward.
Yeah,
So
okay.
she looks more like a C. I'm kind of showing this on the cameras.
Yes, I lean forward.
Most stand
but
like
yeah,
this. You
yeah.
stand like this.
Well, okay, because my hip flexors, I don't know, they stick out. They put my hips forward and I need to tilt them back more. So that's just a constant reminding myself, oh yeah, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And then I had my second follow-up appointment yesterday and she made me do, I call it the sneaky walk because you're laying your feet real gentle so they don't make a sound, but you're hitting with your heel so your foot lands nice and soft.
That was the thing she showed me this morning. So she runs, and we've made no bones about it. She's obviously the healthier one of the duo here. But she showed me her shoe. The front part of her shoe, where her toes are, completely worn.
Back, never been
The
touched.
heel doesn't even look like you've ever put the shoe on.
Never been touched. I
don't know how you run like that. You're leaning so far forward. I don't know how you don't fall.
You're catching up with yourself like one of those cartoons.
Yes. I mean, you and I both were running up and down the hall this morning because I was showing, well, I run heel toe. And you're like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm like, I tried to run. I almost fell.
That's how I get my momentum.
The sad thing is, you didn't even realize that. I mean,
No.
you stand that way. You sit
Constantly.
incorrectly. I mean, everything that you do.
Yeah, my hips go forward on everything. Hence the pelvis problems that keep recurring. I'm the problem. Hi.
Hi, Taylor.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's
Yeah.
me. So I guess the good and the bad of that is if you're the problem, that means you can also be the solution. But that also kind of sucks because that's a lot of work. And things are sore. I've got shin splints. My heels hurt right now. Everything
And what I love about
not
that
right.
is because the doctor gave you all these exercises to do that are making you hurt. You were telling them yesterday, and they were like, yes, good. Yes, good.
You're hurting in all the right
You were
places.
doing all the right things. There was no sympathy for your pain.
No, it was like a sneaky quiz. She was like, how you doing? I was like, sore. Where are you sore? I didn't know that was going to be a catch if I'm doing it wrong or right. When I
Right.
told her, she's like, oh, that's good. That's exactly where you should be. I'm like, wasn't expecting to be sore from
I-
normal activities like walking.
I also, you made me laugh when you said, where she asked you one of the places where's it hurt, and you're like, right in the middle of my foot. I just have to keep rubbing it. And she's like, good, you're building an arch.
Apparently that's a thing. The arch supports the whole body. This is what I'm learning. If you have a good arch, pulls everything up, get your pelvis in place. I don't know. Maybe somebody's learning something about their chronic pain right now. Or maybe they're like, I really don't care.
Are we ready to move on to another one?
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I think it's more
Okay,
in the latter
all right.
category. So yeah, let's move on.
So we're getting ready to take a vacation here in a few weeks, and I know you're headed to Arkansas.
Yeah, baby.
And I was telling my wife, that we're both going to be out at the same time. She's, oh, where's she going? And I said, Arkansas. She really got excited because she loves going to Arkansas for the antique shops.
Oh, okay.
So what I want to talk about, and I've asked you this before, and you kind of don't mind. You said you and Beth have to hit them all. What is the deal with antique shops?
You never know what you're going to find. There could be treasures in there. One of a kind treasures.
Here's
you can't
what-
just walk into a store and buy 15 of this thing. There's only one of them.
The problem with that is, and I don't know where you're going, and we don't want to, don't want to put that out there, but in Eureka Springs, there's antique shop after antique shop, like literally next door to each other. And when you walk in one and then out and into the, they're the exact same
To a
store.
novice. To a novice.
What do you mean
go
to a
into
novice?
one, find one item, and then walk into the other one and try to find that
I
exact
have.
same item.
The same dresser was in this store that was next door. It was in this store.
I've never seen that happen. A dresser.
And they all smell, by the way.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
That's old stuff. Some of it's going to have a smell to it. But what's wrong with kind of an old smell? Do I like the smell of like old books?
Yeah, but that doesn't have a stinky smell.
Well, okay, don't buy the stinky stuff then.
So are you telling me that you and Beth literally, have you purchased things from antique shops?
100%.
I have never seen anybody do that.
I bought your Oscar Mayer weenie whistle from the Edmond Antique Store. That's where
Wow.
it came from. It was in a display case. Let me tell you how weird it is to walk up to a person that said, "Can you unlock this? I just need to get this weenie whistle
Okay.
out of there."
I am grossing out now. I put that in my mouth and blew it.
Yeah, it's sterilized.
Mothballs were all over it.
No, they weren't, Jeff. That was a perfectly great weenie whistle.
It's right over there, by the way, here in the studio.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I was still in here. See, you never know the treasures. I've never seen that there on a Walmart shelf or at Target. Never once have I been like, ooh.
This is
a
just blowing my
weenie
mind
whistle.
because I really do believe that if you've been into one, you've been into them all.
No, there's different artwork. It depends on what you're looking for. Like I like, oh my gosh, there's that glass that like glows in the dark. It's like a famous, you don't know this. Okay, never mind. When you put a black light on it, like uranium glass.
Okay.
Uranium glass. If you put a black light on it, it glows green, like it. What? are you
Listen, I'm
laughing at
trying.
me?
No, I'm just laughing because I'm like, I have no freaking clue what you're talking
You
about.
can find a lot of that stuff at various antique stores, pawn shops, stuff like that. And that type of glass is really cool. So I look for different pieces like that. Got some cool candle holders. It's the thrill of the find. And when you find something super cool, you can only get one place and it's cheap. Amazing.
Okay, I am not judging. I am gonna let you do you. I just don't get it.
Okay, well, maybe it's a female thing. I don't know, because on our way in Oregon, on the way back from the Bay, when we were going back to Eugene,
You stopped at one.
we stopped at like every single one we saw.
What?
So we split up the cars. There's too many people. There's a girl's car that we were leading the way, and the boys, they wanted to go home, and we're like, okay, go. That's why we
Yes.
split the cars, so
Yes.
you don't have to do this. And every time they were like,
I
another
would
one.
so be.
Another
Yes,
one.
yes.
And we're like, this is why you don't have to stay. But you never. Hey, I personally didn't find anything, but Allie did great. She found dresses, hats, vests. She found all sorts
I'm all
of
for
stuff.
the find. I get that.
It's the thrill. It's
Uh,
the thrill, Jeff.
No. Okay. Yeah. I don't have anything else with that because I'm just like, I don't get it.
Tell me where you can find a weenie whistle in a normal walk-in store, and then I'll give you that. Okay, you can find the same thing everywhere.
Comic book shop?
Possibly.
DC's
I've
Comics?
never seen one in there though. I will say, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta buy it for Jeff, and that would have been my response if I'd ever seen it before.
I bet DC's Comics and More's got it. I bet you could walk in there and find one today.
That makes me want to call them. Just excuse me.
you have
I
a
was just
Oscar Mayer
curious if
weenie
you
whistle?
have a weenie whistle.
Listen, you better, for the love of God, you better put Oscar Mayer in front of that. You go a weenie whistle, that's not going to go well for you.
Hi, I'm looking for a weenie whistle. I was just curious. Do you have any weenie whistles there?
Stop.
Hey, come by and check out the weenie whistles. Oh, a selection. You have
Yeah.
a selection of weenie
You have
whistles.
never sounded so much like a Sheldon from Big Bang than you did just right then. Weenie whistle. That, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I love everything about it. I really might do it.
Hey, let's kind of seg into the game. I want to do the game we've
Okay.
been doing, but I also, while you're grabbing that, I thought it'd be fun for us to do the old 2 truths, 1 lie. See if you can figure out.
Okay.
I've got mine already. You want me to start?
Yeah, because I didn't. Prep.
Yeah. So here's the 2 truths, 1 lie, meaning that 2 of these are true, 1 is a lie. I was high school royalty.
Okay.
I made it to 2 Super Bowls. I got to introduce Justin Timberlake before one of his shows.
These are all. I know the middle one. You've been to the Super Bowl. I know that. I know that. We kind of covered that on the podcast, even.
Yeah.
Insider info.
2 of them, by the way.
Just making sure everybody knows.
2. Yeah.
What was the first one, the last one again?
I was high school royalty, and I got to introduce Justin Timberlake before one of his shows.
I don't think you were royalty. Were you royalty?
I was.
Ah,
I did not get to introduce
no
JT.
JT. All right. What were you then?
I was football king, key club king, and I think that's it. I know I was those 2.
What is a key club?
What? This could have taken a whole podcast.
Keep in mind the school that I went to that had 4 people in my class. So no, I don't know a key club.
Key club is the high school equivalent to Kiwanis, which is like Rotary.
Yes.
And
I'm still not sure what these people do, but I could have told you Kiwanis is a Rotary club. I still don't know what they do.
So in Key Club in high school, you do a lot of community projects.
Okay.
Like we cleaned up this one lady's house completely because she just didn't have the funds. So not only did we mow the grass and get everything in shape, we painted the house,
that's good
put
stuff.
a new roof on it, that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, that's impressive.
I don't know if it's impressive, but I was royalty.
But you've never introduced JT.
No, I've never introduced
So
JT.
there's that.
So I ain't bringing sexy back for sure.
What
about you?
I didn't prepare any, and I'm not good on the fly with these.
Okay.
It always shocks me on dating profiles where people choose this prompt. I'm like, is it that easy for you to come up with 2 interesting things about yourself?
Then
and
let's
then
do this.
something that's not?
Let's pivot.
Okay.
Let's address it next podcast.
Okay, yes, I will come up with.
And you have
yes.
them, and I'll guess yours.
I will do some work for the next
Okay.
one.
Be nice.
Okay. for a change.
Prep.
I'm still leaning on the fact that I bought these cards, and so that's all the prep that I need, right?
Right.
Okay. Who's going first this time?
Why don't you go first? I think I went first last time. And what is the game again? I can't remember.
This is called Tell Me More. Tell Me More cards. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna get you a chunk.
I keep asking because I need to buy them from my truck.
Yeah, this would be a good
Road trip.
conversation
Yep.
starter for anybody, even with the family. There's the cards. All right, mine is: what's something that took you a long time to learn or understand?
My first response was women. I still don't understand.
I was gonna say, have you
still do not
accomplished
No.
this?
That was my first response. Long thing to understand or accomplish.
Learn or understand.
Oh,
There's no
learn or
accomplish.
understand.
Learn or understand. Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
Okay, so in my mind, growing up, you said this. You did a Ricky Bobby this morning. If you ain't first, you're last, or
Right.
something like that. So in my head, like getting in an exercise routine, anything like that, I just had in my head, you gotta go hard. You gotta give it your all, 100% every day. Gotta do it.
Right.
That's a good way to get burnt out.
Yes.
Really fast because
yes.
you can't outdo yourself every single day. I don't know. That's like an obvious thing. Took me a while to figure out. That's why I would burn out, because you can't keep pushing yourself like that. Your body chemistry changes every day. Your brain power. I mean, like, you are a changing person that every day is going to be a little bit different. So I think learning that was helpful. So then going forward, it kind of changed things. I could give myself a little more grace and make the goal. Hey, my goal was to be active for 30 minutes. It wasn't to run a certain time or whatever. Like, it's okay to just show up. Showing up is the key secret to everything. Just keep showing up. Even if you're doing it wrong, keep showing up. You'll learn how to do it eventually.
Yeah.
Is that a good answer?
No, that's a good answer. I'm still trying to figure out, because honestly, I don't know that I've learned anything or figured out anything.
You have.
Man, that is these questions are so good, by the way. Maybe just learning how to remain teachable and understand things. Because the older we get, I think it's easier for us to go, I don't need to
These
learn
kids.
that. Right. I have made it a mission to tell me more, educate me, teach me.
Yes.
And whether that's computers or social media or whatever. I mean, heck, we're doing this podcast, and I keep referencing back to I'm old school radio, so I
Right.
feel like I should be doing it as old school radio, and you guys just want us to talk to you.
So your whole life is kind of a long journey of
Yeah.
learning and understanding.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I keep looking. We're going to need to kind of wrap here because we're getting close to our end time.
Okay. Well, we'll ask the question real quick and we'll get out.
Okay. What's something that always makes you feel a little brighter?
Did you have anything that came to your mind immediately?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, and I know it's wrong. It's the slip and falls you can see on social media. That I laugh, and I know I shouldn't, but I will watch hours of slip and falls because it's so funny.
Here I was thinking you were going to go sweet. Thought you might say Bailey. My
There
wife's
are a lot of things in my life.
You went slip and fall video.
There are a lot of things in my life that definitely bring brightness, but I'm telling you, you want to put a laugh and a smile on my face? Yeah, slip and falls. I'm telling you, they're great. I know I should be asking, are they okay? But no, slip and falls.
Okay.
You fall in front of me, first thing I'm going to do is laugh. Then I'm going to ask if you're okay. It should be the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think. Weirdly, the first thing I thought of, because we're wrapping up really quickly, was the way my friend says, Franks and beans. Like off of, is that something about Mary? Franks and beans.
I think it is. I know it's off of a movie. And
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is. It is something about Mary.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He's just pulled that
Franks
out
and beans.
at the most opportune times when things get way serious, and you can find that way to fit that in a conversation that gets me every time. It will break the ice. So there you go. All right. Do we got to let Steve in here now?
Yeah, we do. That's why we're running short. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right. Bye.
Bye.